Welcome to Townsend 909, or welcome back if you're a lovely viewer. Today, me and Jason from Jason the Old Moy, we're going to be reviewing kind of Kinks, the second album, British rock band, the Kinks. Anything you like to say before we start reviewing the album, Jason?
Um, yeah, it's similar to the first album. I guess I'll get into what I think about the songs, of course, and the overall album. But uh, yeah, similar sound to the first album. I would say still in that early British invasion period. Um, Interesting how they use that Kinks for their titles. uh, Not real creative, but I guess they use the
Yes.
K for kinda, and Kinks. I guess they're trying to use K's a lot or something.
Yeah, they do Kinks, kind of Kinks, Kinks controversy,
Kinks controversy.
something
Yeah,
else by the Kinks.
yeah,
There is something pretty problematic with this album cover. With the letter with the way that it's K, the K, and the K. Kind of it's a little
yeah.
problematic.
Highlighting
I
all the
didn't really
K's.
didn't notice it at first, but when someone pointed out in the comment section to one of the songs, I'm like, oh no, this is obviously they weren't intending of that. Or at least I'm hoping they weren't. I
Yeah,
don't think they're. I don't think they were that.
no,
But yeah, this is a cool copy I own. This is a remastered, but red vinyl.
got red vinyl. Cool.
Yeah, I always like finding colored vinyl.
Me
I'll
too.
just buy it.
Yeah.
That's why I own my Rolling Stones in Mono colored edition. Love that. But let's get this started. First track on the first side. Look for me, baby.
Yeah, I thought it was a good opener to the album. Nice, catchy tune. Um, I really love the background vocals. Is some of the best that they've done, I think. And I love the look for me, baby. And then there's a lot of oohs like in the background. I really like when they do that. So, yeah, very nice, catchy tune. I really liked it.
Yeah, I think it's a good opener. It's better than Beautiful Delilah, so I'll give them that.
Way better than the
Uh,
last album.
yeah. Uh, I will say this. I mean, I used to think this was a step down from the debut, but after really thinking about it, this is definitely a step up from the debut. A lot more
I
better
agree.
songs. Not only that, but Dave isn't really singing as much on this album as he is on the
Yeah,
last album.
yeah.
Uh, I will agree, the vocals are great. I don't know if this is one of my favorites from the album, but it's a good opener. I will say
Yeah.
that. I don't think they start having good openers until their fourth album. I don't know. Their openers aren't exactly the best. Like
Hmm.
I'll really go more into that when we talk about Milk Cow Blues in the next album.
Hmm. Hmm.
That to me, that's a very problematic opener. But I'll leave that.
I don't know if that's me or that's Nick. That pause there. Uh, well, I don't know. I think Nick might have some internet issues there. Have to wait and see what happens. Um, I don't know if anybody's even there in the chat or watching this video. Um,
Sorry, internet issues.
okay.
I use my phone data. Okay. Overall, good song though. Next track on the album, Got My Feet on the Ground.
Yeah, one of my least favorite songs on the album, uh, and it's more of a upbeat rock song compared to most of the songs on this album. I would say overall wasn't crazy about the vocals. I again, I'm guessing it's the Davies brother. I'm not a fan of
Mhm.
singing here because every time I feel like he's singing, I'm not a fan of the song. uh, I'm finding from the first album now this album, but I don't think it's as bad as the songs on the first album. But definitely one of the weaker ones.
Yeah, I agree. I will say his vocals are getting a little better.
Yeah,
It's going a little in the right direction.
yeah,
His vocals in the fourth and like starting from the fourth album onward, his vocals get a lot better, in
okay,
my opinion. He actually had a pretty big solo song in 1967 called "Death of a Clown." I think you'll like that song. It's really good. It's on something else.
okay,
But so far, his vocals aren't really proving itself great
yeah,
yet, but it's
yeah,
getting there. Like the songs on here. To me, it's the weakest of the bunch of the ones that he does sing on. But this isn't like offensively bad yet. There's actually
yeah,
one song I quite like that he sung on it, but this is
yeah,
like easily the weakest song on the album. It's not good. Next song on the album, "Nothing in the World Can Stop Me Worrying About My Girl," about that girl.
yeah. Funny, I could even I don't even know what the full title was because it stopped on Spotify. It was like too long for Spotify to spell out or something.
Hmm.
So I didn't know that was the title.
Yeah.
um, really long title. This was okay. I like the. It's more acoustic. There's like acoustic guitar playing in this one, which I feel like there wasn't that much in the last album. I feel like this album is more acoustic than the last one, and not as many rock songs like the last one was. Interesting enough. And I thought it was okay. It was a little slow moving, I would say. Really minimal music in it. Vocals are okay though.
Yeah, this is actually where we differ in opinions. I actually think this is a really good song on the album. This is one of my favorites.
Hmm.
This sort of plants the seeds of what they're going to end up doing in their albums from 66 to 70. It's more Britishy. It's like you mentioned, not as rock and roll. Especially, yeah, this album and the next album, Controversy, they're slowly getting away from what they did on the debut. I know Cramser from Taste Like Music really loves the debut because of how like rock and roll it is, but
Hmm. Yeah, yeah,
I'm glad they sort of shifted from their debut because
yeah,
besides like my five favorites, that album isn't really essential to me.
yeah.
This album's starting to get in a good direction as to
Hmm.
what they're doing, and this song plants the seeds. I'm not gonna say it's on par with the stuff on their fourth, fifth, yeah, their fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, and ninth album, but yeah, nine. They're it's not on par with those, but it's showing growth, which is good. I like growth.
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, Next song on the album, "Nagging Woman."
Nagging Woman. Yeah. That's probably my least favorite song on the album. I think they're trying to be a little bluesy in the music, which I'm not a fan of that style. And again, I didn't like the vocals at all on this song. I thought it was the weakest song on here.
Yeah, now that I'm thinking about it, this is the weakest song on the album. It's oh man, Dave is really oh man. Oh, it's funny. You know, you keep on nagging. So I'm like, why did they decide to cover this song? Like the
Yeah.
song feels so out of place on the album. Like
Yeah, yeah.
it feels so out of place. Uh, Next song on the album, "Wondering Where My Baby Is Tonight."
Wonder Where My Baby's Tonight. I thought it was one of the stronger songs on the album. Overall, I really quite enjoyed it. It's a nice, catchy kind of rock pop tune. I think that I'm liking more about the Kinks when they're doing this style. I think over the more, even though I say that, but when they do a really good rock song, they're really good too. But I feel like I like this style as well. What the Kinks do, I think the vocals are overall pretty good and all that, and definitely a better sounding song I think than what they did on their debut.
You're really gonna like David Watts. That's a really good pop song that they did. I love this song. This is Dave Davies at its best with his vocals.
Yeah,
This is definitely his first good lead vocal on a Kinks song.
yeah,
Yeah, I'm glad you liked it. So it proves that Dave Davies can sing good
yeah, yeah.
when he tries. That is, yeah, this is definitely the strongest song so far on the album. I will say that. Really good. Next song on the album, got a big one. Tired of waiting for you.
Yeah, this is the standout of the album. Just like you really got me with standout on the first album. I think this is by far the best song here, and I feel like I've heard this song before. I don't know if on the radio or if on a commercial, but it was definitely one when I heard. I was like, oh yeah, I've heard this before. Um, and I love that beginning. There's this like interesting guitar. There's like a guitar like kind of picking, and then there's a boom, then a boom. Like there's a some kind of interesting slide sound or something that I like at the beginning of this, and then vocally, yeah, I really like and again, it sounds like they're singing together. There's a really good vocal sound overall, and I don't know, I just love that chorus that I'm so tired, like how they elongate each word, so it does sound like they're tired as they're singing the song about I'm so tired anyway. So like their vocals really fit the song, and it's a nice, really catchy tune that definitely was one I enjoyed a lot.
This song is about waiting for a bus.
Waiting for a bus. Okay.
Yeah, at first I thought this was a love song, but
Right. Yeah.
oh, I was wrong. It's a great song. It's my second favorite from the album. There's
Okay.
one that I really like. I'll go over into that. I will say that the closings of both sides are great. Side one closes out great. Side
hmm
two closes out great.
hmm
Uh, this is a wonderful song. This is the song that stood out to me when I first listened to it, and it
Was
still
this a
does.
hit song for them?
It was relatively big. It wasn't nearly as big as You Really Got Me, or like I don't know. Besides You Really Got Me and Lola, their hit songs weren't really as big as some other big acts at the time.
hmm
Keep in mind, this was the same year that Ticket to Ride and Help came out, so
Yeah. Yeah.
that sort of didn't help.
Yeah.
This album, 65. Uh, I will say the Kinks were a little behind of the times in 65. Both
Right.
this album and the next album. I feel like they were sort of behind, but then they came back in 66.
Okay.
It's a wonderful song, though. I love this song. This is one of those. I agree. I can see why it's your favorite. It's my
Yeah.
second. So next song on the album is "Dancing in the Street." Their cover of that
Yeah.
song.
Obviously, a song I've heard many times. I feel like covered by different people, maybe. Uh, what did the Mamas and Papas do a version?
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
best one for me.
yeah. I think I remember that. And then I don't know who the original was. Was it a girl group? I don't know, or is
It
it?
was a girl group. I don't remember.
Because I can hear it in my brain in my mind the song, but uh, because yeah, I like the song "Dance in the Street." It's a nice, catchy number that I've heard many times, and it was a decent cover of it. I think it helps that they covered. I think that's a pretty good song here, and overall, I liked it. I don't know if it's the best cover version I've heard, but overall, I thought it was a decent song.
I only heard three versions of it. I heard the Grateful Dead version, I heard the Kinks version, and I heard the Mamas and Papas version
Okay,
of the covers. The Grateful Dead version's just garbage. I don't like that
okay,
version. I hate that version. Uh, if you don't get to know me well on the channel, you
yeah,
lovely viewers, you know I can't stand Grateful Dead, and
yeah,
the cover of Dancing in the Street is just awful. It's not good at all. Uh, Mamas and Papas version to me is the best version, both cover wise and just in
hmm
general. It's the version that I'm used to, so that's sort of a bias on that. This version's just all right. It's not good, but it's not dreadful. It's just
yeah,
like
yeah,
I could have thought of better ways of opening up side two. Like I wish they would have had. I will say there's two songs that they released that should have been on this album. One song being "See My Friends," which is their influence into Indian music. Which
Hmm. Okay.
fun fact, they did that. They recorded and released that single 2 months before Norwegian Wood
Before
came
Norwegian
out.
Wood, yeah, yeah,
Another thing is it's just a great song. Not that, but there's another song called "Well Respected Man." Uh, that song is so catchy. I love that song. That should
hmm
have also been on this album.
hmm
As of singles, those are the only two big songs that should have been on this album. They could have taken out "Nagging Woman." They could have
yeah,
taken out "Got My Feet on the Ground," and they could have replaced it with those two songs. And
yeah,
this album would have been a lot better. Those
yeah.
two songs. Uh, Having that said, Dancing Street, decent cover. Next song on the album, "Don't Ever Change."
For change. Another song I thought was pretty good on the album. Um, it's another nice sounding, nice catchy rock song, pop rock song. Um, it's I think one of the better songs actually on the album. Don't have a lot to say except that I enjoyed it.
This song is awesome. I agree. This is definitely one of the highlights on the album. Don't ever change. Ba, 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 bum, ba, 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 ba. I'm like, why was this the opener to side two? Imagine this song coming right after "Tired of Waiting for You." You flip over the record, and I'll do
Yeah,
the I'll do the gag that Sky and Briar do. Uh,
yeah,
yeah, this would have been a lot better if it was the opener to side two, not the follow up to "Dancing in the Street." You have an okay song like "Dancing in the Street," then you have this amazing song.
yeah. I
Next
mean,
song,
they put together four pretty good songs in a row when I listen on Spotify, anyways. uh, from Wonder Where My Baby Is Tonight to Don't Ever Change, pretty good four songs in the album. Yeah,
oh yeah, that to me that's see it's like they're getting better at construction now, constructing
yeah,
now.
yeah.
Yeah, with the debut, it was like three good songs and then like a bad song to like break it
It was
up.
like every other song was a bad song to me on that album. It was like a good one, then a bad one, then a good. I was like,
Yeah. Next song on the album, "Come On Now."
come on now. I thought this was an okay song. It's kind of in the middle for me. It's more the rocking song. I feel like on the album. I like the guitar. I think the guitar is actually pretty good on here. Maybe one of the stronger songs on the guitar. Still, I'm not a fan of the vocals. That's what hurts the song, but it doesn't ruin the song. But it's not one of my favorite. But it's okay.
Yeah, this is not bad of Dave Davies, but yeah, I agree with you. If Ray was singing on it, it would have been a lot better. Would have been cool if he would have sang it on it, but yeah, everything about it is really good. I agree with what you said. It's a good song, but it's not a great song, basically.
Yeah, yeah.
Next song on the album, "So Long."
So long. I really like the song. It's one of my favorite on the album. I think it has the best harmonies on the album. I think that's why I like it so much as I keep listening to it. I think they sound really good together. I don't know if it's just the Davies that are singing or the rest of the band's all singing together here, but I think it's overall a really good sound. I like the acoustic guitar on here. Yeah, definitely one of my favorites.
Yeah, this is a fabulous song. I'm trying to see what is on my top five. That's on this one. Uh, it just barely did make my top five, but it's still a great song nonetheless. It's still incredible, but man, it sucks that it didn't make on my top five. It's just like the third track on side one, the "Nothing in the World Can Stop Me Worrying About That Girl." It's nice and
Yeah,
mellow. I like the two mellow
yeah,
songs on this album. It's
yeah,
just
yeah. It's more mellow.
just relax.
Yeah.
Again, this is another song that sort of plants the seeds as to what's to come
Mhm.
in their, as I like to call it, the Kinks' best album run. Well, a lot of Kink fans will agree with me with the
Right.
five albums. But this is like, again, this is like sort of like planting the seeds as to what's to come. Next song on the album, You Shouldn't Be Sad.
Shouldn't be sad. Again, it's another kind of in the middle song. It's an okay song, not one of the top ones, but not bad at all. The main thing is I really liked the guitar at the beginning, and the guitar overall was pretty good on this song. I think maybe was the best part of the song. Yeah, it's a decent one.
I actually think this is really good. I like the harmonizing on it. I think the vocals are really good. That's like probably my biggest thing I gotta say about it is the vocals are really good on it.
Mm, okay.
Yeah, I have nothing else to really say about it. It's just a really solid song. Really like it. Next song on the album, Something Better Beginning.
Yeah, this is the closer, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Yes, that's what I wrote down. Because every time I look at Spotify, it has like 20 songs or something, and so I have to figure out
Hmm.
what's on the album. And then I think there's a UK version, a US version, so there's different versions of this
Yeah.
album. But I guess I got the right order here.
Mhm.
um, Something better beginning, a really good closer to the album. Again, one of my favorite songs on the album. I think the vocals are really good here, and I think it has a really good melody. I think it's one of the stronger melodies. Uh, Again, it's definitely more, I would say, not a big rocker, more softer song, like a lot of the songs on here. And I like that. I think it has a really good sound to it. Yeah, overall, really good.
It's another song laying out the blueprints as to what's to come. Another great song. This is my favorite song on the album.
Okay, I
It's
was wondering
amazing.
if this was.
This song was so good when I first heard it. I'm like, whoa, like this song. It's on Scott's Greatest Hits album, and I'm like, I could totally see why it's on the Greatest Hits album. It's so good.
Okay.
It's definitely one of the best songs of
Hmm.
this three album
Yeah.
era. Like I categorize a lot of their albums in eras as like sort of their finding their sound era, but it's probably my third favorite of the finding their well of the like probably like my top five of the finding their sound era.
Hmm.
Along with
Yeah.
You Really Got Me, All Day and All the Night, See My Friends, Well Respected Man, I'm on an Island, a lot of good stuff. But yeah, this is what a fabulous closer. A lot better than Got Love If You Want It. That
Yeah.
song's
Yeah.
and I'm glad they progressed in album closers. When I first saw it, I'm like, oh, I hope it's not as bad as that song is. It got better though, which is good. What is your five favorite songs? And dishonorable or an honorable mention?
Uh, yeah. Number five, I have "Don't Ever Change." Number four, "Look for Me, Baby." Three, "Something Better Beginning." Two, "So Long," and one, "Tired of Waiting for You." Like I said, "Nagging Woman" was my least favorite on the album. If I could take that one away, I would.
Cool. My five favorites are also Don't Ever Change. That's number five.
Okay.
Number four, Wonder Where My Baby Is Tonight. Number three, You Shouldn't Be Sad. Number two, Tired of Waiting for You. And number one, Something Better Beginning. Uh, what is your album rating?
I gave this a 7.5 out of 10. I gave the debut a 7 out of 10, and I thought this was consistently better throughout. I don't think the highs were as high as the first album in a way. I think the best songs on the first album might be better than the best songs on this album, but there wasn't a really bad song on this album. Like the first album, I thought there was like five really bad songs on the first album. I thought this album, even the weaker songs, were much better than the bad songs on the first album. So I think it definitely helps the overall album. And I think the opener and closer are actually quite good. And the opener and closer in the first album were really bad. So I think they did a really good job doing that. And I think overall, like I said, not a lot of these songs are like top tier songs, I would say, but overall, not bad. It was, a decent listen overall.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. My score is gonna be 8.5 out of 10. That's a lot
Okay.
higher than the score I gave the first
Yeah.
album. I don't know what score I gave it, but I remember it being a lot lower than yours was. I
Yeah.
remember
Yeah.
being generous.
Yeah.
It's weird. I could be both the generous score and I could also be a ruthless score at the same
Uh-huh.
time.
Okay.
Like when I don't like some songs, that really could affect the score. Like
Yeah.
it's weird. But then like if I really like all the songs, and to me it's 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10. Yeah.
I give those out so much, but yeah, it's 8.5 out of 10. We're getting there. We're moving in the right direction. And guys, stay in tune. Guys or gals, whoever's watching, because next week or whenever we're available, we're going to be reviewing the Kinks' third studio album, Kink Controversy. Really liking their name of the band. Gotta
Yeah.
name every album by the name of the band.
The love K's.
They're into the K's. Their favorite letter of the alphabet.
Yeah.
There's even some US albums where it's like Kink size. Uh, hold on. Hold on. Yeah, it's like there's one called Kink size and Kinkdom, like Kingdom, but Kinkdom. They
Oh
just
my.
love their name. They love the name of their band.
Yeah.
Hey,
That's the thing, wasn't it?
hey, I will respect them for liking their name. Them and the Beatles love using their names. With the Beatles,
Beatles did
Beatles.
it. The Who did it. Yeah.
The 60s artists just love their names. They're like,
Yeah. They love just using their name.
it's like we gotta make sure that they know it's us.
Yeah.
It's like if they don't know who saw it is us, then that's on them.
Yeah.
Oh, the Who sellout. Oh, I wonder what band we're
What
listening
band is
to.
this?
I'm assuming it's the Rolling Stones. uh, in all seriousness, though, thank you guys for watching this video. I'm definitely going to be playing on. I might be continuing with my vinyl collection part 2. I got a lot of Stevie Wonder and a lot of Beach Boys. Until then, see you guys then, and so long, so long, so long.